Let's begin at bridge and select the two images in order to open them in Photoshop. I'm holding down Ctrl Command and click on this icon to add and disable and enable the photo. And right now I press Command and Control O and waiting to open this in Photoshop. As you see, images are open up in tabs in Photoshop, and I can click and drag it to this straight line to the left and switch between this and two. It's easy. Drag it and put it this way. So this is the first one, this is the second one right now. If I want to see both of the images together, I can go to Window and Arrange and Tile All vertically. Look, Windows, Arrange, Tile All horizontally. So basically most of the time works like this vertically. And if I go back, I can arrange and consolidate all the tabs. And if I want to float a window, I can just click and drag it out. Now I can put it on secondary monitor if I have to, because sometimes I'm working on a specific artwork and I need to keep eye on another image or sample image. Now I can put this and drag it, put it on another monitor and working on this one. And to bring it back, I'm just going to click at the top and drag it and drop it here. You see the blue line, and just let it go. And that's it. Now there's a lot of ways to zoom in and out in Photoshop. If I go to View and Zoom in, Command and Control plus, Zoom out, Command and Control minus, Fit to Screen, Command and Control 0, and 100% View, Command 1. Now press Command plus, see it's zooming in, and hold down again Command and Control and Command minus on your keyboard, or press Z on your keyboard. Again, drag with the mouse, drag to right and left, zooming in and zooming out. If it's totally zooming, if you press Command and Control 0, is going back to the default image size. And that's basically it. If I zoom in, if I hold down space, you see this hand, and you can move it around, up, down, anywhere. Again, it's zooming, I'm going back. Again, I'm just gonna move up and down, holding down the space bar, and that's it. And one of the cool features in Photoshop is that this one, guys, come here. If I click here, you see I can see the full screen mode, and basically the shortcut is F. You press F on your keyboard and you can increase the view size, but you miss all of this, right? You don't see anything on the right and left. If you press tab, you can just bring them back, press tab again, and you can work on your artboard. Press tab again, you can bring back all the tools, and press F to bring back everything, because sometimes we need more space, especially when you're working with your laptop. It's 14-inch laptop and you don't have a lot of space. So press F on your keyboard 2 times. If you need any tools, press tab, pick up your tools, tab again, work on your artboard, tab again, and you can go back. I use this technique a lot when I had a laptop in my college, so it's really helpful. Photoshop has a lot of panels which are in Windows actually. If come to Window and click on, for example, gradient, you can see all the gradient here. So if I go back to Window, you see the gradient, there's a check mark here, and I can come to histogram. Now if I go back, the histogram is check mark as well, so because it shows that here. There's a lot of stuff. If you're looking for info, can go back to Windows, you see the info is check mark as well. Libraries, anything that you're looking for are basically on the window panel, so you don't miss anything actually. And the other thing is Workspace. Sometimes by default you are in Essentials default, which basically, because I changed this to this way, so I can go back to Window and see the Essential default. I can reset Essentials and everything going back to the normal. Again, Workspace, Graphic and Web is going to be like this. Window again, Workspace and Motion. As you see, by default Photoshop is changing your artwork and panels. If you're looking for painting, this is going to be your default panels, and you can also change it. I can come here and I can add, for example, the character, and even though it's appearing here, I can drag it and drop it here. Basically, it should be at the blue sign here. So here we go. I can drag this up a bit from, so I cannot change this. Actually, it's weird. I can change this one, but I cannot change this one. It's weird. All right, no problem. Let's go to window, and again bring back the properties. I can put the properties here as well. I'm just gonna click it and drag it here and put it here. If you don't like this, go back to window, workspace, and reset painting. So anything going back to normal and default. So by default, I'm just gonna come back here and put it on photography. You see, we have libraries, adjustment, and everything. So adjustment is all the adjustment layers that we are looking for, which I'm just gonna show you later. Anytime I want to work on this letter image, I have to check off this lock. I just click on it and it's just gonna go away, and now we can work on this layer. The other cool thing is sometimes I just come here to the workspace and looking for essentials. I'm just click on essentials, right click and close the tab, again right click and close the tab. So everything here is cool. I'm just gonna keep it on properties is fine, and I like this one and I want to save it. So anytime I'm just gonna go back, I want to be like this. So go to window, go to workspace and new workspace. I'm just gonna call this Solely Art and click save. Now if I go to workspace, I have something called Solely Art. See, let's go to graphic, let's go to window, and let's go back to Solely Art. So again, this is basically the default setting that anytime we're just gonna go back to Photoshop, it's just gonna be saved here. So we don't need to change it every time that we're going back to Photoshop.